up, guys and dolls? It's Poppy Shots, and today I've got a super awesome, exciting video for you today because I went home for Easter, and guess what they now have in Belfast? That's right, Kat Von D. Hopefully it's entertaining. Both makeups. So the UK and Ireland doesn't have big fancy Sephora like all you lucky people who do. I'm not bitter. But we don't have a Sephora. What we do have is Debenhams, and Debenhams recently has started stocking Kat Von D, but it's only been in very few stores, but it opened in the Belfast store a couple of weeks ago, months ago, recently. It opened really recently. I went to New York over summer and went to Sephora and tried loads of different stuff and came away with lots of Kat Von D products, so I'm obviously running very low in stock on these things, and having to order from the States takes ages to come to the UK, which is a problem. So having it so readily available is fantastic. It's a spicy meme, it's beautiful. Why are you like this? So I was running low on quite a few products, so I had to go in anyway, and I'm a mess who can't stop spending money on makeup, so of course we got some new stuff to try. Okay, first thing is first. I have been trying to get this one particular product for months. I am not kidding when I say months. Anytime I emotionally prepared myself to deal with all the customs and fudgery that comes with ordering from the US, the item is out of stock from Sephora, from katvond.com, from everything. But I finally got it. I finally have the Pastel Goth palette. This is very much my aesthetic, so whenever I saw this palette, I was like, oh hell yeah, this is something I am entirely on board for. This is such a good palette that it is getting its own video, so stay tuned, that'll be coming really soon. Obviously I got it in the haul, so I am including it in the haul video, but this pupper is getting her own video all to herself because it's so perfect. I love it so much. It's limited edition, so I'm going to stock up on this. So if you live near one of the Kat Von D Debenhams and they've somehow run out of this palette, it's because I've bought all of them and hoarded them because I love it so much. I have worn it nearly every single day. So these are the colors. Give you a better shot in a second. There we go. It's great. So today I am wearing Meow, Dope, and Skull. So Skull is the white color, Meow is the light lilac, and Dope is the purple, because I am Fall Out Boy trash and the Purple album got released today. Well, the single got released today, it got announced today from Fall Out Boy, so I'm wearing purple makeup for the foreseeable future. So everyone, this is a product I've already tried before, but I have ran out because I use it so much because it's great and it's what everyone raves about, the Kat Von D Lock-It Concealer. I wear the shade light, I wear the shade L3 Warm. I know a lot of people are put off by this because of how heavy it looks, but it doesn't feel heavy on. This is one of the few concealers I've found that actually does its job. If you got a spot, not anymore. If you've got bags under your eyes, not anymore, son. You can have light clutches instead of suitcases. It's beautiful. So I pair it with the Kat Von D Lock-It Foundation as well, just because I feel the two products, obviously because they're made to go with each other, go well together. So if you find one Kat Von D product that works with your skin type, odds are they're all gonna work with it. So I tend to just stick with the same brand if I find it works. Next is the Lock-It Powder. So you get loads, this is how much it costs, but look how much you get for it. That's quite a lot, and a little goes a long way with it. I'll even show you, this is an outtake for me trying to put it on. I hadn't used this one in a while because I ran out ages ago, so I've been using this one, the Too Faced Primed and Poreless Skin Smoothing Pressed Powder. As you can tell, I've used quite a bit of it. So that's what I've been using in the meantime while I've ran out of that one. And as you can see in this outtake, I forgot how little you need, so I look like a snowman. You really don't need much at all. It is great coverage, doesn't feel heavy, super mattifying, and I find that that kind of stays all day. I don't get quite oily just on my forehead, but if I bake my forehead and I also bake underneath my eyes with this powder, I generally don't get shiny at all until like a good 5 hours later, if even then, depends how much I'm moving about the place. But yeah, this is one of the best powders I've used. I used that Too Faced Primed and Poreless. I used the L'Oreal one before that. I will find a picture of it and put it here. I found it put me off powders because it made my skin look really cakey and dry. This doesn't do that at all, doesn't dry out or anything, just makes it matte. So that's great. Oh, here we go. This is the best thing that has ever happened to me. This is the Kat Von D tattoo liner in the color Trooper. I basically had the same signature makeup look, my go-to, for the past, when did I start wearing makeup? When I was 16, so 4 years. I've just got good at it. I used to do with a charcoal liner, really thick wings out to there that just went like fully across my forehead, my eyelid. Like it was a full eyelid was black, right out. Then I came across the Benefit Their Real Push-Up Liner, which I lived by. It was great. I thought it looked fantastic. However, the more I used it, the more I realized it was really heavy and I found flaky. So if you tried to touch up a little bit that you've missed, it would just start to cake there and get really clumpy and crumbly, and it never had a sharp enough point for me. So I was really looking whenever I went to New York for a new eyeliner because I love the cat eye look. Like that's always been my go-to eye look, is if in doubt, stick a cat eye on it and it'll be grand. Then I tried this whenever I was in Sephora, and the lady in Sephora actually recommended it to me because I was like, look, I really love eyeliner, but I just think the Benefit one's too clumpy. I'm looking for something a bit lighter but really long wearing. And she'd recommended the Kat Von D one, and that's where she took me over to the Kat Von D thing, and I lost all my money. Where was I? I had a point. Yes. So this is just so precise. I wear now a thinner line than I've ever worn. It actually looks how eyeliner is meant to look. And you can just, it's so precise, it's so good. And if you like to do costume makeup or cosplay and would need to do tattoos or any like spirally makeup designs, this is what you should go with. It's basically like working with a really good paintbrush. It's phenomenal. I love it. It's so good. So good. Now, up to now, this is also one I tried in Sephora. I tried the non-waterproof one of the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. And I really liked it, but I am a 2-year-old who will cry at any Facebook video that involves a dog. So I obviously needed to invest in the waterproof one. But whenever I got a new bottle when I came back home, I hated it. Like I liked it, really liked it the first couple of times I used it. Then it started to get clumpy. It was really difficult to take off. Even if I used like eye remover products, it was still there. It became gluey. I don't know, I just wasn't, I know it's like most people's holy grail of mascaras, but I wasn't feeling it. So I was looking for a new mascara. Didn't know Kat Von D did one. Turns out she does, so obviously I bought it. Who knew? So the wand is actually curved and the bristles spiral around it, and then there's a head of quite heavy, dense bristles at the top. And that's good if you're doing the edges of your eyes or want to thicken up any areas. And because it's I want to say spinny, that's not the word I'm looking for, because it's a spiraled bristle, you turn the wand whenever you're putting on, either up or down, whichever lashes you're doing, and it just really gives a lot of lift to your lashes. They just look really nice and bright, and it's really nice. I genuinely didn't get how people could be like, oh my god, mascara is great, because you put it on because you have to, not because it's a great product. But no, it's a great product. Like this, it's called Immortal Lash. It's fantastic. The only qualm I have with it is Debenhams don't do it. I don't know if it's in Sephora or if Kat Von D actually makes one. It isn't waterproof, which I find quite an issue, because when you do cry wearing this, it is like a movie crying tear. It is just a big black dot that will roll down your face and leave a big black streak. So if you're making any student films or doing any theatre pieces where you really want it to be obvious that your actress or actor is crying, this is your stage crying mascara. But how to counter the waterproof issue is the Lock-It setting spray. See? All ties together, connected in this circle of life. So this is the Lock-It setting mist, which obviously works as normal setting mist. You hold it like an arm's length away, spray, and your makeup ain't going anywhere. Because it's Kat Von D, you can trust your makeup isn't going anywhere, because her products don't come off. I have got absolutely drenched walking to uni in the rain, because I go to uni in Glasgow, so it rains. Why am I still holding this and shaking it about? It gets really, really wet and you look like a drowned rat going in. But normally my makeup looks great. It's just fantastic because it's staying there, it ain't going anywhere. Last but not least, if you've been on my channel for any length of time, you will know that I am obsessed with lipsticks, and I have no impulse control and did not go in for a lipstick, but whoopsies, I got one of her Studded Kiss lipsticks, and it's great. I got the color Gothica, which is a sparkly orangey brick red, that spectrum of color. It tastes so good. It tastes like cake batter, it smells like cake batter, it's beautiful, it's great. I really like it. I think it's a really nice mix of matte and glitter. It's really pretty to look at. However, this is my issue with it. I wore it to work, because you can see. I've worn this a lot already in the week or so of owning it. And I wore it to work one of the days and really heavily noticed that you'll get some days where, like today, thankfully because I'm filming it, yeah. I am the one! Stop! You'll get some days where it sits and it looks really nice. It's really even dispense of glitter. It just looks nice and pretty and sparkly and nice. Other days, you're gonna get really heavy glitter at the top or in the middle, or some bits will look patchy. I found with it, I originally thought it was how I was applying it, but I haven't applied it any differently. Anytime I've used it, I've applied it the exact same way every time. I've tried applying it with a brush and had the same issue both times using a brush, that it either works or it doesn't. And whenever the glitter is weirdly dispersed, it looks like you don't know how to line your lips, which I find is an issue because I really like having my lipstick looking pristine. My solution to this was using Beauty Bakery's Ginger Snap, which, go check out my Beauty Bakery Lip Whip review. They're great products, and there's another review coming next week because I found my Ginger Snap. I also have no impulse control, as previously mentioned, and bought 2 more colours. Yay! So there's another Beauty Bakery coming your way. But yeah, I will put that on as a base or a liner, depending on how you want to call it, and then put Kat Von D's Gothica over the top. And that fixes all the problem. There's no patchiness. If one bit is more glitter is on one bit than another, it doesn't look odd. So if you have a matte liquid lipstick that's the same sort of color, I wouldn't recommend using another creamy lipstick, because that would just, you get a mess of textures happening on your lips, and you don't want that at all. So I had a point again. Why do I keep losing it? Yeah, if you use lip liners, I personally only use lip liners with my Kylie products just because they came with it, so I might as well use them. I don't really get lip liners. I don't know what I'm doing. And I have too many weird colors of lipsticks to match lip liners to all of them. So I just generally don't use lip liners. But if you use lip liners or have some liquid matte lipsticks, throw that on underneath, then pop this on. Looks fantastic every time. So that is it for my Kat Von D haul. I actually have the pleasure of living in Glasgow, so that's where my university is, in Glasgow. And another Kat Von D store is opening in Glasgow. What? Oh, how exciting. So me and my friend are going to the launch of that, which is next week, which is very exciting. Also, keep your eyes peeled for the Hasselhoff palette review, and hopefully I will be picking up her highlighter palette, the Alchemist holographic palette I think it's called, whenever I go to the launch in Glasgow. So keep your eyes peeled for that as well. Really excited about that because I don't have a great relationship with highlighters. I generally don't wear them because they don't work on me. I will be doing in a couple of videos time a highlighter review, hit or miss, because sometimes they work. So whenever I have the Kat Von D palette, I'll do a full yay or nay for all the different highlighters I have. So that's coming your way as well. If you like this video and you want to see that content, make sure you hit the subscribe button. And if you like this, give it a like. Look at this little bit. Of course you want to give it a like. Oh boy, give it a like. Yeah. Okay, stop. Okay, I'll see you in the next video later.